Good morning children. This is the third video of English language class 6 and today we will study the third chapter and the name of the chapter is the phrase and the clause. First we will see the definition of phrase with the help of example. Then we will see what is the definition of clause with the help of example. So see what is the definition of phrase. The phrase is a word which gives some sense but it does not give a complete sense is called a phrase. Or you can say a group of words which does not have a subject-verb combination. You can see the example over here. The sun rises in the east. So here sun is the subject over here. Rises is the verb. In the east is the phrase. So when you see this full sentence, the sun rises in the east, you are getting a complete sense. In the sentence, you are getting a complete sense. But if I don't write the subject, the sun, and if I don't write this verb, then in the east is a phrase. Why? Because phrase is not giving a complete sense. In the east, there is no subject nor a verb combination. So that is why the sentence is called a phrase. Just see the second example. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Now in this sentence you can see that Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall is giving a complete sense because there is a subject plus verb. Subject is Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty is the as well as noun as a subject. Sat is the verb and where Humpty Dumpty is sitting? On a wall. So this sentence is giving a complete sense. But if I cut this Humpty Dumpty as well as this verb, if I cut the subject and verb and if I say only on a wall, that becomes the phrase because you are not getting a complete sense. So this sentence is also called a phrase. Next we will discuss about the clause. That what is a clause? Now see the definition of clause. A clause is a group of words which forms a part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate. Or you can say a group of words which has a subject-verb combination is called a clause. For example, Ram won the bicycle race. So when you see this sentence, Ram is the subject, won is the past tense of win, and that is the verb. What Ram won? The bicycle race. So when you see this full sentence, you can see that there is a subject-verb combination in this sentence. So the sentence is said to be a clause. So now we'll discuss what is the difference between the phrase and the clause. I already said that if in a sentence there is no subject-verb combination or there is no subject or predicate, then that sentence is known as phrase. And if you have a subject-verb combination in the sentence, then that sentence is said to be a clause. Next, we will discuss the types of phrases. There are 4 types of phrases. Number 1, noun phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase, and prepositional phrase. Now see the example of noun phrase. Cats sleep a lot. Now here in this sentence we are talking about the cat and that is the subject. Sleep a lot is the phrase. So in this sentence sleep a lot is the phrase and cat is the noun. So this sentence becomes the noun phrase because we are talking about the cat. Next is adverb phrase and see the example. She ran very fast. Now here in this sentence, very fast is an adverb phrase because it is talking about she. Okay, and she is the pronoun over here. She ran very fast. How that person ran? Either she ran fast, very slow. So in this sentence, it is asking how that person ran. She ran very fast. So very fast is an adverb phrase. Next is example of adjective phrase. The girl in the red shirt is my sister. The girl in the red shirt is my sister. So, in the red shirt is the adjective phrase. Is it adjective phrase? Now, next is the prepositional phrase. Please sit down for a while. So, here, for a while is the prepositional phrase, because here also when you see this one, for a while, it is not giving a complete sense. As I already said that the phrase does not have a subject-verb combination. So this sentence is called a prepositional phrase. Why? Because in the sentence it is saying, please sit down for a while. As a preposition words such as behind, up, down, upon, under, by, in, all these are preposition. And when we are talking about the phrase in the sentence, now here for is there, please sit down. So for a while is called a prepositional. Next we will see the types of clauses. There are two types of clauses. Number one is an independent clause. Number two is the dependent clause. Now first we will see what is an independent clause. An independent clause is that clause that can stand alone as a sentence. For example, he ate dinner. Now here in this sentence, he is the subject, ate is the verb, and dinner is an object. So in this sentence, he ate dinner is giving a complete sense. That is why this sentence is standing alone as in a sentence. So this sentence is called an independent clause. Next, we will see what is the dependent clause. The dependent clause is that clause that has a subject-verb combination, but it cannot be a sentence by itself. Now, how can you say that if there is a subject-verb combination, then how you can say that there is the sentence cannot stand itself? Just see the example over here. When Ram got home. So, when I've written here the sentence, when Ram got home. So, you are not knowing that what happened then, what happened next. When Ram got home, what happened next? So, here this sentence is not giving a complete sentence. Thus, this sentence is an incomplete sentence. That is why when we are talking about the dependent clause, there is a subject. When Ram got home, subject-verb combination is there, but that sentence cannot be a sentence by itself. So with this example, it is clearly seen that the sentence is a dependent clause, and this sentence, he ate dinner, is standing alone as a sentence, and this becomes the independent clause. So children, this was the explanation of this chapter. I hope that with the help of few examples you all have understood it, that what is phrase and what is clause, what is the difference between the phrase and the clause, and what is how many types of clauses are there, and with the help, and that also with the help of the example I made it clear that so that it is easy for you all to understand it. Go through this video.
Take care and thank you.